It's time now for the Muletrain news program on this Thursday, October the 13th, 2022. Brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. Church service for Patricia Kirk, 81 of Muleshoe, is set for 11 o'clock Friday morning, October the 14th at the First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe with Dr. Stacy Connor officiating. Burial will follow in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Patricia died on Friday, October the 7th in Lubbock. She was born July the 6th, 1941 in Florence, Texas to William and Ada Williams McLeod. She married Larry Kirk in Muleshoe on January the 23rd, 1960. Pat was an award-winning hairdresser. She was an avid golfer and bowler and enjoyed quilting. She was also known as a vicious hand and foot player and played a mean hand of bridge. She was a member of the Muleshoe Ladies Golf Association and the First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe. She also played basketball in high school and loved watching college basketball, especially the Wayland Flying Queens. Patricia was a passionate mom and friend. She is preceded in death by her best friend and husband, Larry, her parents, two sisters, Jackie McLeod and Evelyn Winders, and a brother, Sandy Dean McLeod. Patricia is survived by her son, Brent Kirk of Beaumont, her daughter, Kelly Kirk, and her husband, Neil Campbell of Wasilla, Alaska, her sister, Joy Priest of Texarkana, her two brothers, Sonny Mac McLeod of Muleshoe, and Butch McLeod and his wife, Kathy of Soldanta, Alaska, and two grandchildren, Colton James Kirk and Christopher Ross Kirk, all survived Pat. The family suggests memorials be sent to the Muleshoe Meals on Wheels program, 300 South 1st Street, Suite 110, Muleshoe, Texas, 79347. Or Samaritan's Purse, P.O. Box 3000, Boone, North Carolina, 28607, or World Vision, P.O. Box 9716, Federal Way, Washington, 98063. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. And repeating, church service for Patricia Kirk, 81 of Muleshoe, is set for 11 o'clock Friday morning, October the 14th, at the First Baptist Church here in Muleshoe with Dr. Stacy Connor officiating. Burial will follow in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Maria Carmen Sanchez Herrera, 66 of Muleshoe, died Tuesday, October the 11th, here in Muleshoe. Funeral services are set for Friday, October the 14th at 2 in the afternoon at the Church of God of the Firstborn here in Muleshoe with Ramon Mendoza officiating. Burial will follow at the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Maria Carmen Sanchez Herrera was born September the 1st, 1956 in Chihuahua, Mexico to Bernardo and Maria Antonio Villegas Herrera Sr. She married Francisco Sanchez in Clovis on June the 18th, 1982. Maria loved to cook, especially tortillas. She also was an avid Dallas Cowboys fan. Maria, or more fondly Little Grandma, enjoyed having a garden and talking on the telephone. Maria was a good Mama Coco and was passionate about spending time with her family. She made sure that she made a big breakfast for all her family every Sunday. Maria was very firm and not shy to punish and didn't mind being the mean grandma. She also enjoyed cruising and going to go get a large 32-ounce Coke with ice from Cefco. Maria is preceded in death by her husband, Francisco, and son, Saul Sanchez Sr. She is survived by two sons, Freddie Sanchez and his wife, Vanessa of Muleshoe, Alfredo Sanchez and his wife, Noemi of Earth, three sisters, Rita Sigala of Hobbs, Irma Mendoza of Muleshoe, and Jenny Johnson, her husband, Ryan of West Virginia. She is survived by seven brothers, Sonny Herrera and his wife, Sarah of Casa Grande, Arizona, Carlos Herrera of Muleshoe, Raymond Herrera and his wife Janelle of Muleshoe, Rogelio Herrera, also of Muleshoe, Urbe Herrera and his wife Priscilla of Sudan, Efren Herrera and his wife Libby of Muleshoe, and Bernardo Herrera Jr., also of Muleshoe. 14 grandchildren, survivor, and 8 great-grandchildren. And repeating, funeral service set for Maria Carmen Sanchez Herrera, 66 of Muleshoe, is set for Friday afternoon, October the 14th, at the Church of God of the Firstborn. It's at 402 West Birch Street here in Muleshoe, with Ramon Mendoza officiating. Burial will follow in the Muleshoe Memorial Park. Please keep the family of Maria Sanchez Herrera on your prayer list today. Memorial service for Morgan Locker, 40 of Scottsdale, Arizona, was held last weekend, Saturday, October the 8th, at the Locker Brothers Airport, with John Knox officiating. He formerly was the minister at the Muleshoe Church of Christ, and assisted by Curtis Shelburne from the 16th and D Church of Christ. Morgan died Sunday, October the 2nd, in Albuquerque. He was born January the 18th, 1982, in Lubbock, to Don and Donna Locker. Morgan attended and graduated from Muleshoe ISD from Muleshoe High School in 2000. In 2003, he moved to Phoenix, Arizona, where he began his life in recovery and built a home and a life that he adored. He graduated in 2007 from Airframe and Power Plant School at Chandler Gilbert Community College. His first job after graduating was as a technician at Consolidated Turbine Support. Morgan then moved on to work on jet engines for Standard Aero. In 2015, he got a coveted spot with Honeywell Aerospace as the lead technician for their corporate Falcon jets. Morgan loved life and lived it big. He loved spending time outdoors and did so from a young age, riding dirt bikes and building and flying remote-controlled airplanes. He enjoyed hiking and exploring in the desert area around his home in Scottsdale. He learned how to skydive and fly gliders and loved all things in the sky, just like his dad and much of his family. Morgan was passionate about music and attended and followed bands across the globe, attending concerts and festivals. He was an amazing cook and loved nothing more than to cook for those he loved. Well, he loved eating too. Morgan was adored by his nieces and nephews and fit right into all of their games and shenanigans. He had a heart for the underdog of any kind and spent most of his life lifting those of us up who in one way or another had a hard time in life or struggled in some way. He truly had a heart of gold. Morgan is survived by his parents, Don and Donna Locker of Muleshoe, three sisters, Donna De La Fuente and her husband Pavel of Keller, Carissa Sanderson of Lubbock, and Brian Williams and her husband Corey of Shallowater. His nieces and nephews, Raquel, Brooke, David, Stephanie, Kiri, Tacey, Mikolai, Jacob, Matthew, and Campbell, and two great nieces, Lena and Malaya, and numerous aunts, uncles, and cousins. Please keep the family of Morgan Locker, 40 of Scottsdale, Arizona. His memorial service was held last weekend, Saturday, October the 8th, at the Locker Brothers Airport. Church service for Yonda Martin, 83 of Farwell, was held last week on October the 4th at the First Baptist Church of Farwell, with Jack Stone of Lubbock officiating. Yonda died Friday, September the 30th in Farwell. She was born December 25th, 1938 in Wheeler, Texas, to Roland and Laura Davis Dell. She married Bill Martin and Seagraves on August the 13th, 1958. Yonda helped Bill on the farm for many years. She also worked at the Cotton Gin in Lariat until she retired. Yonda was a member of the First Assembly of God Church in Muleshoe. She is preceded in death by her husband Bill, her parents, a brother, Donald Dell. Yonda is survived by her son, William Martin, and his wife, Sharon, of Farwell. Her daughter, Yolanda McFarland of Farwell. Her sister, Brenda Connor of Cristoval, Texas. Two brothers, Cyrus Dell of Muleshoe and Gilbert Dell of Hugo, Oklahoma. 7 grandchildren and 16 great-grandchildren survive her as well. The family suggests memorials be sent to the Muleshoe Memorial Park, P.O. Box 373, Muleshoe, Texas 79347. Online condolences can be made at ellisfuneralhomes.com. Well, the Mules had a tough outing last Friday as they started District 2 3A action on the road at Bushland, and the Bushland Falcons were waiting for them. We knew they were going to be tough. I didn't realize they were going to be that good, though, as they are now undefeated on the 2022 season, Bushland is, and are 1-0 in district action 2 3A Division 1. The Mules dropped to 5-2 and are 0-1 on the district action. The Falcons beat the Mules Friday night 34-0 outside of Amarillo at Bushland Falcon Stadium. I mean, the second the game started, it began raining. It tapered off a little and stopped by the end of the first quarter, but boy, as the second quarter started, it came again, and it just poured rain Friday night there at Bushland, and did so throughout the rest of the game and on through the night. I think the first time it stopped raining on me was somewhere outside of Hereford driving back home that night. But the bands, none of them played. I noticed a lot of the other cameras for the schools and some of the other media broadcasting the game all packed up. Of course, we didn't do a live stream as there wasn't anywhere to set up to to restrict the rain from all of our equipment. I'm actually pretty surprised that our camera, I had a plastic bag that I had fitted to put over the camera, but still the LCD screen had to be out in the rain so I could see it, and I just was constantly wiping it. I can't believe it didn't short it out. It just poured. I bet it rained 1.5 to 2 inches during the game Friday night there at Bushland. But you can see the full game broadcast. We got it up early Saturday morning on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com. Again, the Mules fell to the Bushland Falcons 34-0. They just, like anything in the rain, they just had so much trouble fumbling the ball, and especially the snaps from center went awry because it was pouring rain so much. But somewhere or another, Bushland had the ability to move it. They even passed quite a bit last Friday night, and they looked like for sure the best team that we faced all season so far, the Bushland Falcons. And again, they are perfect on the season and 1-0 in district action. The Mules are 0-1 and 5-2 on the season. So the Mules have a great spot to continue on and do well. And we have a bye this week, but we'll face next week, Friday, October the 21st at 7 p.m. River Road, right here in Muleshoe after this bye week. So the Mules will be ready for the River Road Wildcats next week, I can promise you. Our full game broadcast of Muleshoe versus Bushland, it is something to see, if for nothing else. Just the amazing amount of rain that came last Friday night is brought to you by Barrett Produce, Leal's Tortilla Factory, Burton Service Center, Muleshoe Animal Clinic and Vet Supply, Shipman's Body Shop and Autoplex, Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, Muleshoe Housing Authority, Muleshoe Independent School District, Mohawk Auto Parts, WTG Fuels, Muleshoe Area Medical Center, Edward Jones, Stephen DeMint, High Tech Automotive, McCormick Seeds, 5 Area Telephone, West Plains Telecom, Bammert Seed, and State Farm Insurance. Mark Morton. Make sure to go watch that game. As like I said, for nothing else, it's just amazing the amount of rain that poured down during that football game last Friday night. We've had a few games here in Muleshoe over the past couple of years where we've had some significant amounts of rain over the past 10 years, but I can't remember being on the road with that much rain in a long time. Of course, they allowed us to set up on top of the press box on the home side, the superintendent did, but it was windy, and I could see that rain coming as we were setting up before the game, and we decided to go over to the visitors' stands, as we would have at least a wall at the top of the stands that would be covering us from one side, and that's where we filmed the game from Friday night. In lieu of a football game this Friday, you're invited to Benning Douglas Football Stadium, David Wood Field, this Friday, October the 14th at 6:30 p.m. The Mighty and Band will have a fan performance. And also following their performance, they will have a cookout to follow. Burger Mills 4-5 So go out and support the Mighty M Band during their fan performance Friday, October the 14th at the MHS football field, Benny Doug's football stadium. It begins at 6:30 p.m. A cookout will follow. A burger meal for $5. This coming Friday night, October 14th. Go out and support the Mighty M Marching Band. And, of course, we didn't get to film them last Friday in Bushland as neither of the bands marched. They both turned in and didn't even come out and to play for the second half of the game. But you can see the Mighty M Band's halftime performance from the Muleshoe versus Brownfield Cubs game from September 30th, or the Muleshoe versus Abernathy Antelopes game from September 23rd. The halftime shows are in their full in those broadcasts. Click on the sports link at the top of our page, muleshoetv.com. We'll be back with more Muletrain news in just a few moments. This edition of the Muletrain News is brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant.
I am Isla Reynolds, and I know enough about quality, authentic Mexican food to know it gets no better than Leal's Mexican Restaurant at 1010 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas. The yummy chips and salsa enchiladas made with love and finest of ingredients. Dine in now or carry out by calling 806-272-3294. The original in business since 1957, Leal's Mexican Restaurant in Muleshoe, Texas.
Brand new on the menu at the original Leal's right here in Muleshoe is the Sun Salad. Chris Romaine mixed with fresh corn, red onion, red bell pepper, feta cheese, and grilled chicken covered in a wonderful sun dressing. The Sun Salad available now at the original Leal's right here in Muleshoe, Texas. Frying Cox at 401 South 1st Street in Muleshoe, Texas has wedding gift selections available now for Kayla Gossman and Tristan Springer. Shower is October the 8th. Protect the ones you love at Frying Cox in Muleshoe with this huge selection of safety first products, including outlet shields, plug protectors, finger pinch guards, cabinet and drawer latches, easy to install auto closed gates, and much, much more. The manager special is good through the end of October and is this fire extinguisher marked down to $16.99 and the smoke and carbon monoxide alarm on sale for $29.99, good through October as well. Get in today as this 4-pack of A19 daylight LED light bulbs is marked down to $7.95, but is only good for a couple more days through the end of September. They have a new shipment of Circle E candles available now at Frying Cox and Muleshoe, including Age Oak and Citrus Scent, Cucumber Gardens, Campfire, and get these huge 43-ounce candles with 4 wicks in leather or Bird of Paradise scents. Holiday candles will be coming in soon for Circle E to Frying Cox. Also, they'll be getting in the very near future a new selection of burn coats and bib-alls perfect for the cold weather ahead, all available at Frying Cox, 401 South 1st Street in Muleshoe, Texas. They're open Monday through Saturdays, 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. Time now for the weather forecast, brought to you today by K&K Pharmacy, your local hometown home-owned pharmacy at 1411 West American Boulevard right here in Muleshoe, Texas. They are open Monday through Fridays. Call 806-272-7511. Are you looking to get the bivalent COVID-19 booster shot, as they recommend a booster shot for this coming fall and winter for everyone ages 12 and older? They have you covered at K&K Pharmacy. Stop by the pharmacy or call to make an appointment today, 806-272-7511. Eligibility is dependent upon completion of primary vaccine series. The bivalent COVID-19 booster shot available now at K&K Pharmacy, 1411 West American Boulevard in Muleshoe, Texas. Also, flu season is here, and they have the flu vaccine in now at K&K Pharmacy. The flu vaccine every year prevents tens of thousands of hospitalizations each year. Don't take the risk of serious illness this season. Get vaccinated next time you pick up your prescription at K&K Pharmacy. Again, 806-272-7511. Call today to get an appointment or just go by the pharmacy at 1411 West American Boulevard. Also, they encourage you can use their convenient drive-through window on the west side of the building at K&K Pharmacy. The pharmacist, Christine Isaacson, and all of her helpful employees at your local hometown home-owned pharmacy, K&K Pharmacy. Well, we've had some much cooler weather and wetter weather here over the past couple of weeks here in the Muleshoe area. Now we're back to more of a fall pattern with warm days and cold nights. So far here at the National Weather Service station at Channel 6 through the 13th of October, this month we have 1 inch and 6/100ths rain, so that is good as we're still low on the year so far, but puts us up above 9 inches of rain so far in 2022. We need to keep that going. Our average daily high so far in October has been 74 degrees here at the weather station, and the average low has been in the upper 40s at 47.5 degrees at the Muleshoe National Weather Service station here at Channel 6 in our backyard. But looking at the weather forecast, coming up for the next 7 days for the Muleshoe area, the Weather Bureau out of Lubbock is calling for sunny this afternoon, high near 72 degrees, south winds 10 to 15 miles per hour, then clear tonight, low around 39. East-southeast winds 5 to 10 miles per hour, becoming south-southwest after midnight. Sunny, high near 80 degrees on Friday. Southwest winds between 5 and 15 miles per hour during the afternoon hours. Mostly clear Friday night, low around 51. Partly sunny on Saturday. High again near 80 degrees. West-southwest winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour. Then Saturday night, we're going to come into a pattern of rain. A 50% chance of showers, mainly after 1 a.m. Saturday night. Sunday morning, mostly cloudy, low around 51. South winds between 5 and 10 miles per hour, becoming northeast after midnight. Showers are very likely during the day on Sunday, cloudy with a high only near 58 degrees. East-northeast winds between 15 and 20 miles per hour. Chance of rain during the day on Sunday is 60%. We have a chance of showers again Sunday night. Mostly cloudy conditions as well with a low around 46. Chance of showers on Monday, cloudy, high only again around 56 degrees. East winds between 10 and 15 miles per hour. Then Monday night, a chance of showers. Again, mostly cloudy, low around 44. A slight chance of showers during the day on Tuesday, partly sunny. High only around 59 degrees, partly cloudy Tuesday night, low around 41. Mostly sunny on Wednesday, high near 67, so warming up by midweek and the rain chances disappear. But we have some good chances of rain here for Muleshoe, so keep your fingers crossed and keep rain on your prayer list as we are way below our average, only around 9 inches during the year 2022 so far, as beginning after midnight Saturday night, Sunday morning, a 50% chance of rain, and then 60% chance of rain during the day on Sunday. Showers are possible Sunday night, Monday night, and Tuesday, a slight chance of showers as well. K&K Pharmacy has presented to you this edition of the weather forecast. If you look every morning in the bottom left corner of our website, muleshoetv.com, you can see our Twitter feed. And around 7 to 8 a.m. every morning, we take the reading at the weather station here at Channel 6, and we give you the max temp over the last 24 hours, the minimum temperature, and then the current temperature, and then what precipitation we've had over the past 24 hours. And if there is precipitation at the Muleshoe Mesonet or the Earth Mesonet stations, those are the two closest to us. Of course, the Muleshoe Mesonet is 2 miles south of town, right close to Highway 214. And the Earth Mesonet station is right next to Tolk Plant. We give you those readings as well over the past 24 hours, and all that's available in our Twitter feed, which is Channel 6 Muleshoe, or you can find it in the bottom left corner of our website, muleshoetv.com. Well, Sadie Lewis called us and wanted to wish her daughter a very, very happy birthday to Geraldine Lewis Richardson. So happy birthday, Geraldine Lewis Richardson. Have a wonderful birthday this year. The Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce is sponsoring prayer gatherings at 7 a.m. each morning at the Heritage Chamber office. And the next one will be Monday, November the 7th. They're having one each month, then Monday, December the 5th, Monday, January 9th, Monday, February 6th, Monday, March 6th, Monday, April the 3rd, and Monday, May the 8th. Prayer gatherings sponsored by the Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce at 7 a.m. each morning at the Heritage Chamber office. The next one will be Monday, November the 7th. During the 2022 Texas Municipal League Annual Conference and Exhibition in San Antonio that was held recently, the City of Muleshoe was one of 3 finalists for the 2022 Municipal Excellence Award in Public Works for cities under 25,000 in population. The City of Muleshoe was recognized for its solar light walking trail. To create a safer environment and promote the health and wellness of its citizens, the city added solar lighting to its 2-mile walking trail. The city chose solar lighting for its reduced energy and maintenance costs and utilized the Muleshoe Public Works Department for the labor. TML's Municipal Excellence Award recognizes and encourages the achievements of Texas cities in meeting and challenging of municipal governance, innovative problem solving, excellence in management, increasing citizens' participation, and reaching toward higher service levels are all daily occurrences in Texas cities, and they deserve recognition. This award program seeks out the best of these programs to honor. Awards are given in 2 population categories, under 25,000 and over 25,000, and 5 areas: management innovations, communication programs, city spirit, public safety, and public works. The 2022 TML Annual Conference and Exhibition was held at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center in San Antonio from October the 5th through 7th and attracted more than 3,300 city officials who learned ways to govern more efficiently, discuss critical issues, and share best practices and solutions. And congratulations to the City of Muleshoe as they received a 2022 Municipal Excellence Award in Public Works for cities under 25,000 in population for its recent solar light walking trail that's in the new city park. And if you haven't used that in the evenings or overnights, it's very nice and adds so much to our park. I ride my bike around it all the time, and it is a wonderful addition to the city. And you'll hear a lot more about this TML conference and this award as well, as I believe this coming Monday we'll have our monthly city council meeting for October, and that live stream will begin on the front page of our website, muleshoetv.com, right at 5:30 p.m. So join us on Monday. That will be October the 17th. Scott Miller, the president, and his board at the Muleshoe Heritage Foundation, says a lot has been happening at the Heritage Center. The Muleshoe Chamber of Commerce and Agriculture, along with the Heritage Center, have decided to share our facility at the Heritage Center. This comes at a time where financial decisions must be made for the betterment of our organization. Sharing a small part of the financial burden with the Chamber will help tremendously. We will also be sharing management so that Brittany is able to do both jobs in one location, as well as plan events, promote our community and businesses while keeping our heritage alive. Both organizations have the same goal in mind: to share our wonderful community, past, present, and future. Scott, along with all the board at the Heritage Center, invites you to their Howl at the Mule Heritage Foundation Halloween Festival, which will be Sunday, October the 30th, from 5:30 until 8:30 p.m. They'll have food trucks, activities for the whole family, music, and fictional haunted tours on the grounds. This is a great opportunity for the Heritage Foundation to give back to our community and to get people excited about the Heritage Center again. They also ask for people to renew their memberships or become a new member of the Muleshoe Heritage Foundation and show you that you are investing in our community. They have been part of this community for many years, from celebrations all the way to family pictures, and we ask that you consider investing in our past to bring it to our future generations. And you can go out to the Heritage Foundation, the Heritage Center on the west edge of town, right across from the new SC Sports Bar, and also the Dinner Bell, and speak with Brittany Penley, who is the manager out there. She's in the office, and speak to her about becoming a member. The platinum level is $500 or higher. Gold is $500. Silver is $250. Bronze membership is $100, and a family membership is $50. Or any donation will gratefully be accepted. And again, you're invited to the Howl at the Mule at the Muleshoe Heritage Center. The Halloween Festival, Sunday, October 30th, 5:30 until 8:30 there at the Heritage Center on the west edge of Muleshoe along American Boulevard. They'll have food trucks, activities for the whole family, music, and fictional haunted tours on the grounds. Howl at the Mule, Sunday, October the 30th, 5:30 until 8:30. The Muleshoe Area Medical Center reminds you to get vaccinated. Muleshoe, for you, your family, for your community, and for your country. And you can do so through the Muleshoe Area Medical Center. Just call today, 806-272-4524, to get your schedule to get vaccinated and one of their clinics. Also, they remind you to continue your recovery close to home. If you or a loved one needs more time to heal after an illness, injury, or surgery, the Swing Bed program at the Muleshoe Area Medical Center can help. Their Swing Bed coordinator, you can call them at 806-272-4524 or go by their website, muleshoehospital.com/recovery for more information. There is an availability now for our high school students for a youth tour sponsored by the Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, where this coming summer, June 11th through 19th, 2023, you can travel and you can experience all there is to offer in Washington, D.C. on an all-expenses-paid trip to our nation's capital, sponsored by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association. And all high school students in the Bailey County Electric Cooperative territory are invited to apply. You have to apply by Wednesday, November the 3rd. They'll have in-person interviews on Sunday, November the 6th at 2 p.m. at the Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association. You can find an application for the youth tour on their website, bcecoop.com. Then click on the community tab and find and print out that application. If you have any questions, or you can contact Susie or Amy at 806-272-4504. It's time now to apply for the Bailey County Annual Youth Tour for an all-expenses-paid trip to Washington, D.C., June the 11th through 19th, 2023. Well, Kinsey Green decided not to do the Muleshoe Mary Market this year, but the Bailey County Senior Center will have their own version, and of course all proceeds will benefit the Bailey County senior citizens. It will be Saturday, November the 5th at 10 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. there at the Senior Center on the end of Main Street, 319 South Main Street. They'll have boutiques, handcrafted gifts, baked goods, and much, much more. As we mentioned, all proceeds from booth fees, etc., will go to the Bailey County Senior Center here in Muleshoe. There'll be different booth sizes as well. If you're interested in a booth, 8x12 is $70, 12x12 is $90, or outside exhibits is $90 as well. Booth fee must be paid before setting up on that day. The Muleshoe Senior Citizens members will be selling a pulled pork sandwich meal as well. They're at the Senior Center, 319 Main Street. Jetfire Barbecue will be there as well with their truck. Tacos El Piqui and Rolo's Roasted Corn will be there as well. They'll be holding a silent auction. So if you have something you would like to donate to the Senior Center silent auction during the Mistletoe in the Shoe, please donate that by going by the Senior Center now, or you can contact Glenda Mills at 806-241-5730 or Dana Heathington, 806-946-7592. You can go by the Senior Center or contact either one of these ladies for booth space or for more information about the Mistletoe in the Shoe. They'll have Mistletoe in the Shoe shirts available as well in several different colors and styles. They have a form now you can fill out. It's $25 per shirt. Again, contact Glenda Mills, 806-241-5730 or Dana Heathington, 806-946-7592. It will be Saturday, November the 5th at the Oneida Wagner Senior Citizen Center, Bailey County Senior Citizens location at 319 Main Street here in Muleshoe, 10 a.m. till 4:30 p.m. Everyone is invited to come out and shop for the Christmas season. Thought we'd go back and look at the District 2 3A Division I standings for football. As, of course, we mentioned earlier in the Muletrain, Muleshoe has a bye this week, but that isn't true for everyone. Bushland is 1-0 in district action. They're 7-0 overall. And, of course, they beat Muleshoe last week. Dalhart is 1-0 in district action and 4-2 overall. They beat River Road last week 28-26. Dalhart did. Then Shallow Water had an open week last week, so they're 0-0 in district action, 5-1 overall in the 2022 season. Muleshoe is 5-2 overall on the season, but 0-1 in district action, as of course we lost last week to Bushland, and then River Road, of course, lost to Dalhart 28-26, a very close game. Last week they're 0-1 in district action, and 2-5 overall on the 2022 season, and that's the way District 2 3A Division 1 shapes up as of this second week of district play. Bushland will face River Road this Friday night, October the 14th. Then Dalhart will take on Shallow Water. On your prayer list today, please remember Connie Alanis, Joby Claiborne, Terry Kemp, Rich Magby, Cleta Robertson, Cyrus Dell, Pee Wee Estrada. Cyrus has recently moved from Muleshoe. Remember Vincent and Linda Erdman, who moved from Muleshoe to Lubbock, and Mr. and Mrs. Joel Sinclair. So they also moved from Muleshoe to Lubbock. Keep Pee Wee Estrada on your prayer list, as we mentioned. Ruby Green and Doris Scott. Keep Mom Magan Reynolds on your prayer list always. Remember Pat King and Sue Basier, Travis Basier, Janice Snell, Terry Byers, Gabby Stone, Tina Castillo, Julie Cage, Ed and Carol Cox need to remain on your prayer list today as they live now in the Houston area. Betty Ennis, Cliff Black, Terrence Jerome Clements, Olivia Barrera, John Blackwell needs to be on your prayer list today. Keep the families of those grieving the recent loss of a loved one on your prayer list today as well, including Morgan Locker, Yonda Martin, the family of Pat Kirk, the family of Cappy Gatewood, the family of John Soto Jr., former longtime Muleshoe resident, and the family of Vernie Shaker. Well, it's just about time for us to go on this edition of the Muletrain News, brought to you today by Leal's Mexican Restaurant. You can hear our latest Muletrain News programs available free of charge on demand on our website, muleshoetv.com, or any of our older archived ones up to the last 10 years. Click on the Muletrain News link at the top center of the page, muleshoetv.com.
I'm Tumbleweed Smith. Scarecrows in Chapel Hill. Details in a moment on The Sound of Texas.
The Sound of Texas is brought to you here on MuleshoeTV.com by Bailey County Electric Cooperative Association, with offices in Muleshoe at 610 East American Boulevard, as well as in Morton at 1744 State Highway 114. They're celebrating rural electrification right here in the Muleshoe area through Bailey County Electric since 1939. They are owned by the members that they serve. Call 806-272-4504. Check them out online at bcec.com. The board of directors, the members, the employees, the manager, CEO David Markle, all hope you enjoy this Sound of Texas with Tumbleweed Smith.
About 500 people live in Chapel Hill, a small community near Brenham.
Chapel Hill has over a dozen National Historic markers in downtown, just on Main Street alone. So we are very proud of our history of our community of Chapel Hill.
Joel Romo is with the Historical Society that meets in a building that was once a school. On the wall is a handmade tapestry created about 50 years ago that depicts the history of the town.
There was a group of about 30 ladies that spent hours, obviously, sewing and needlepoint, making these tapestries. It's pretty much a map that came to life.
One of the largest events in Chapel Hill is the annual Scarecrow Festival.
It started just as a small gathering of folks promoting antiques and bringing a little bit of arts and crafts. Today, we see anywhere from 8,000 to 7,000 people converge on the town of Chapel Hill on the second weekend of October to enjoy not only the fall weather, but also the beautiful scenery we have in Chapel Hill, the history, and the festival alone brings over 250 juried artists, musicians, foods, children's activity, arts and crafts.
This is the 45th year for the Scarecrow Festival.
The town usually goes all out and decorates the town with scarecrows throughout the town, up and down Main Street. Different businesses sometimes get in little competitions and depict farming scenes with scarecrows. The Catholic Church, St. Stanislaus, usually designs some type of big round bale scarecrows to welcome our guests. It can be anywhere from about a dozen to over 30 or 50 scarecrows throughout the town. Along Main Street, at least 20 or so. And then sometimes there's competitions that are hosted by the Historical Society with some prize money and some, bragging rights as well. And those scarecrows are throughout the area, through different homes and neighborhoods. And people usually come out and drive around the weekend and take in the scarecrows. We always have some families and farms and ranches that end up going all out and setting up scenes outside their properties for people to enjoy and take pictures with.
Joel Romo of Chapel Hill. I'm Tumbleweed Smith with the Sound of Texas.